Did you know that maritime literature is defined as works that are related to large rivers, oceans, and expansive lakes, which must be critical to the story? I love the rhyme of the ancient mariner, and I've been often very curious about the Titanic tragedy. They are all maritime literature, fiction and non-fiction. Welcome to Nimasa This Week, the voice of maritime. My name is Eugenia Abu. Thank you for joining us this week.
Any vessel operating coastal voyage in Nigeria must mandatorily have on board the following: vessel logbook, vessel port of call, vessel particulars, which include registry certificates, safety equipment certificates such as safe manning certificates, builder's certificates, load line certificates, tonnage certificates, radio certificate, insurance certificates, classification certificates, passenger ship safety certificate, service certificate, cargo ship certificate, and waiver certificates or receipts. Vessel owners, captains, shipping agents, and members of the public are advised to note and comply.
Coming up in this edition of Nimasa This Week, maritime nuggets and maritime facts. You know that you don't need to leave your seat. Stay with Nimasa This Week.
Led by the chairman, Honorable Abubakar Suleiman Gumi, members of the House Committee on Safety Standards and Regulations conducted an oversight working visit to the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa, this week to assess the agency's operations and ensure compliance with safety standards and regulations. During a brief reception at the Nimasa Towers in Victoria Island, Lagos, Honorable Gumi stated that the committee's visit aimed to assess the agency's compliance status and emphasize the importance of collaboration between Nimasa and the House of Representatives to create a safe and secure environment for all stakeholders.
As we inspect and assess the safety standards and regulations in place, I want to emphasize the crucial importance of prioritizing safety in the workplace. Safety is not just a requirement, but a right. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that every worker returns home safely at the end of each day. I urge you all to take this responsibility seriously and implement the necessary measures to prevent accidents, injuries, and illnesses. As we conduct this oversight visit, we will be assessing compliance with safety regulations, identifying areas of improvement, and making recommendations for enhanced safety standards. Let us work together to create a safe and healthy work environment for all.
Addressing the committee, the Director General of Nimasa, Dr. Dayo Mobiriola, emphasized the agency's management prioritizes safety as a paramount responsibility as enshrined in its mandate. He assured the committee of Nimasa's commitment to collaborate with the committee and all relevant stakeholders to foster a culture of safety and ensure its implementation is taken seriously.
We in Nimasa take safety as a very serious responsibility. So we bear in mind safety in everything that we do in order for us to improve in our environment, in order for us to continue to do it better. Environment, safety in the workplace, and we can assure you that every collaboration that is required will give it to you. So thank you very much.
Following the address, the committee and the Nimasa management went into a closed-door session. Cyprus is a small island nation, strategically located at the crossroads of 3 continents, Europe, Asia, and Africa. It is only an overnight sail away from the ports of Egypt. Today, the Cyprus Registry is classified as the 11th largest merchant fleet worldwide and the 3rd largest fleet in the European Union, comprising over 2,200 ocean-going vessels with a combined gross tonnage of 21 million. Cyprus demarcated its maritime boundaries with 3 neighboring countries: Egypt in 2003, Lebanon in 2007, and Israel in 2010. Nigeria's Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola CON, led a Nigerian delegation to the inaugural Commonwealth Ocean Ministers meeting in Cyprus, where Commonwealth nations shared experiences, progress, challenges, and ambitions in addressing ocean-related issues and implementing international commitments. They committed to spearhead ocean conservation and management through the Commonwealth Blue Charter and a proposed Commonwealth Ocean Declaration, which will, for the first time, outline their shared priorities and joint actions towards sustainable ocean governance. The declaration is expected to be adopted at the Commonwealth Heads of Governments meeting in Samoa in October 2024. Representatives from 28 countries and 12 observer organizations attended the meeting, which was held under the theme, Our Resilient Common Ocean, from Cyprus to Samoa.
Maritime information, maritime economy, the blue economy, technology on our waterways and on our ships, technology in our vessels. This is Nimasa This Week. Don't go away.
The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa, has organized a one-day inter-stakeholders forum on the implementation of the Cabotage Act 2003, with the aim of addressing issues that border on the implementation of the Act in Nigeria. Speaking at the event, the Executive Director of Maritime Labour and Cabotage Services of the agency, Mr. Jibril Abba, disclosed that the event was for the various zones, departments, and units under the Directorate to work out a synergistic approach to tackling bottlenecks in the implementation of the Cabotage Act 2003.
This forum serves as an avenue for the agency, departments, units, and zonal offices to discuss the obstacles inhibiting the optimum implementation of the Act and how we can improve our operational efficiencies as it concerns the enforcement and compliance of the requisite cabotage regulations. This event seeks to explore ways in which the agency's zones and departments and units might coordinate their efforts to improve the nation's coastal trade.
Furthermore, he emphasized that it would no longer be business as usual and reiterated the need for enhanced cooperation to address the challenges that may arise during the deliberations.
In order to provide comprehensive remedies, we hereby implore the departments, units, and zonal offices represented in this forum to give due consideration to their suggestions and to portray the problems honestly.
During the forum, representatives from various departments and units delivered presentations on their units' activities and how they relate to the Cabotage Act. They also seized the opportunity to share some of the challenges they face while carrying out their duties, fostering a collaborative environment to address these issues.
So I think we have done well. I say kudos to the DG. I say kudos to the ED, Maritime Labour and Cabotage Services, and also his counterparts, the ED Operations. They were all here, and with this new management, I think it's all the way forward. Like my ED said, it's either you ship in or you ship out.
The forum today, it's a very beautiful one. It's something that I hope will be continued in the agency. Let it reflect other departments and all that. A lot of problems and challenges were put forward today and all that. And like I did mention during the program, the cabotage bill is in process. It's being reviewed and is currently in the National Assembly. By the time the bill is passed, a whole lot of the challenges and problems that were put forward today will be surmounted.
The key takeaway from the forum was the need for a fully automated and integrated single portal, providing unified access for all relevant parties, as emphasized by the Executive Director of Operations, Engineer Fatai Taye Adeyemi, in his remarks.
The purpose of coming here is to assess how far we have gone and to know what to rewrite the roadmap. So we are here to deliberate, to see ourselves, to look at what we have done, the area of improvement, and provide solution to get to the government and the agency aim of creating the act. I trust with the competency of my people, with the new energy being put into place by the leadership of the team, we are going to get there.
You and I know that the cabotage implementation process requires that everything we do should stimulate the growth of the indigenous industry. So the essence is to expand the fleet of indigenous stakeholders in the aspect of seafarers, in the aspect of infrastructure. Generally, after this event, the next step, the further steps should be to engage external stakeholders.
As part of its measures to mitigate fire risks and hazards associated with fire outbreaks, the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency conducted a fire drill exercise. This exercise aimed to familiarize staff with the mechanisms for managing fire incidents in the event of an outbreak. The drill was carried out in collaboration with the Lagos State Fire Services. The Director General CEO, Dr. Dayo Moberiola, stressed the importance of being safety conscious in all aspects of our lives, both in the workplace and at home, to prevent accidents and ensure well-being.
The issue of safety is all our responsibilities. What they are teaching you here is not about the office space alone. It's also at your homestead as well. Fire can occur, emergency can occur anywhere, and you can be a responder, even on the street, on the road, everywhere. So on that note, I want to say, please take it serious and let us adhere to their instruction, learn from it. It's a matter of taking the responsibility ourselves so that we know what to do and when to do it.
The head of HSE, Dr. Anthony Umunna, stated that the agency will continue to conduct regular drills, emphasizing that as a safety agency, Nimasa must prioritize and instill a culture of safety in the workplace.
Just to reinforce the necessity for this exercise, this is basically for our safety. So as to achieve our purpose here, we have only 3 things to do here now. First, the safety officers from the fire service will repeat some of the information you need on fire safety.
So we are here today to carry out this evacuation drill and to also use that opportunity to train you briefly on fire drill or how to attend to emergency, because emergency doesn't take over the whole premises or cause hazard in a second. It builds up. It takes a while. So if you approach it at the initial stage, there is a possibility of you avoiding or salvaging that situation. It's always good when we know what to do, how to approach it, how not to get panic, and how to work briskly. You are expected not to rush, you are expected not to panic, but you are expected to work briskly.
For my definition, I said it is the decomposition of fuel by heat in the presence of oxygen. What do I mean by fuel? Fuel is not only PMS. What you are putting on is also a fuel. Myself, I'm a fuel to fire. I can burn. I don't know about you. But if I know that I can burn, it means I should do more on prevention, fire prevention. I wouldn't even want fire to start. I wouldn't want it. So I should do my best to make sure it does not start. Please, on going straight to the muster point, don't go back for any reason. I don't think there is anything you left there that is more important than your own life. Yes, because fire will not spare anybody. You need to do all that you can to make sure you don't have fire at all. What is one of them? You need to switch off all the electrical sockets as you are leaving the office at close of the day. Switch it off. Whether you come back in the night, switch it off. Whether you are coming back in the morning, especially the AC. Do not overload electrical sockets. Don't plug any high energy consuming device. Do your best in doing proper housekeeping, both the solid housekeeping and the liquid housekeeping. For instance, if you have spillage around your generator area, get yourself dry sand, fine sand, and cover the area. Make sure it is dry. It's not only in filling station that fire service enforce it. We also expect you to have a bucket full of dry sand. Cover it so that it will not be wet by the weather. This is going to start fire very soon. This is fire. Don't panic. As you see it, it will start small like this. We want to use the extinguisher to extinguish this fire. The acronym is PAS, pass, but always watch the direction of the wind. Don't go against the wind. The wind is coming this way. I can't fight it like this. You pull the pin, A stand for aim. What are you aiming? You are you are aiming at what is burning. Don't aim at flame, don't aim at smoke. This is a piece of flexible material that is coated with fire-resistant paint. Always observe the direction of the wind. The intention is to blanket the fire. Yes, she has blanketed this fire, and what she needed to do is, as you can see, she has tilted her head sideways so that the smoke will not choke her.
several emergency support us. This is LNG River Niger. LNG River Niger. The two small blocks are still approaching very closely, sir. Approaching very closely. And I'm slowing down. I'm sending my crew to Citadel. I repeat, I'm sending my crew to Citadel. Yes.
Oh, okay, Captain. Okay, Captain. We are in contact with the Navy. The Navy said they can sight you and they are heading towards your vessel ASAP. So yes, please get everyone into the Citadel and lock up the Citadel. Get everyone into the Citadel and lock up the Citadel, please.
We just received a distress call from the master of a vessel. They sighted a suspicious craft 7 nautical miles away from them. They are not sure if it's possessing any threat to them as of now, but we need to know any information we can get on a particular vessel. The IMO is 9262235. So I need you to go and search for the vessel. Any information we can get on the vessel, please. In the next 5 minutes, we need to get it to the command.
Introducing the Nimasa Distress Response Call Lines for all maritime stakeholders, ship owners, seafarers, ship captains. Whatever your challenge or distress in the Nigerian maritime domain, please call 0803 0685 167, 0708 0005 956, 0700 0700 010. If you can't reach us on these lines, please call 0700 0700 020, 0700 0700 030. Also via VHF Radio Channel 16. Call and Nimasa will respond.
Next week on Nimasa This Week.
I understand that you're doing very well. In that aspect, basically all your vessels are being manned by Nigerians. So kudos to that. I want to say well done. You're doing very well.
But in the NSDP recruitment, we do give some allowance for the female, to be part of it. And I want to say it's an ongoing thing. It's not a problem that can be solved in a day. But here we do give allowance and we continue to do that.
What are you anchored on this week? The world is becoming more and more complex, more and more difficult. I'm anchored on happiness this week. What do you do to make yourself happy? I love to sleep, let me be honest. I love to laugh. It's time for you to pick up some new information on Nimasa this week, every week, week after week, to increase your happiness and then do the things you love doing. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Nimasa This Week. I've enjoyed bringing it to you. On behalf of the hardworking team behind the scene, my name is Eugenia Abu. See you next week.